Hey everyone out there, I'm Greg and we're with Josh, and this is the little thing we call Stuck in Beta. How you doing, guys?
I'm doing great, Greg.
Same here.
So, you were just mentioning mouthing to me
Whoa.
that's some old beer you have?
So
I thought you said it was good beer. That's why I was shaking my head, because you don't know what good beer is.
Every time I come over here, I'm trying to help Greg clean out his collection because he has probably one of the most impressive beer collections of undrank beer that I have ever seen in my life.
I can't drink it all.
Hands down. And yeah, you can't drink it all. That's the problem. So there's always this beer that sits around for a long time. And this is Goose Island 10 Hills Pale Ale. I know it had been in here for a while, but I didn't know how long. Bottled on... This is an IPA. Should be drank pretty quickly. Bottled on June 30th of 2015.
Oh, well, there you go. It's over a year. So, hey,
you could say thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks, Greg.
There's a beer for you.
I could, going back to the older episodes, my lack of flavor or taste buds.
Lack of flavor.
Yeah, lack of taste buds. This one tastes a little off.
So it probably tastes like dog poop.
To you guys.
Yeah.
Really. Well, we're actually live this week. Last week, I was in Florida. Oh, okay. You guys do anything while I was gone?
Worked.
I did a few things, but we'll let you get into your...
Oh, yeah, because this is Greg's show. This is Greg's episode.
I just have a lot of stuff that I did. I went to Panama City Beach, Florida. See, Florida? Eh?
PCB.
PCB. We went there, and we actually stopped halfway in Huntsville and went to the Space and Rocket Center.
I've always wanted to go there.
It's pretty cool. It's where Space Camp is. I know. I remember a friend of mine. Well, Josh remembers David Madison.
Yeah, I do remember.
I remember in the yearbook, 7th grade or something. He went to Space Camp. And I was like, man, how does anyone do that?
He had the suit on, right?
Yeah. And I think it's just like a one-day thing. I don't think it's like a whole...
Camp.
Yeah, camp. But anyway, that was fun looking at, seeing all the rockets, watching the videos on NASA. They have all the IMAX movies that you watch.
You have to watch them on IMAX?
Well, they were in one of the dome.
Oh, I thought you said IMAX, like the Apple device, iMac.
No, IMAX.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So while I was in Huntsville, I went to a place called Straight to Ale. That's a brewery in Huntsville, and a lot of their beers are actually named after rockets and
that's cool.
Stuff like that. There's a couple breweries that they kind of out there that they all name their stuff after different space stuff.
Is it one of the, larger employers in the Huntsville, Alabama area?
I don't know, because it seemed more of a touristy type thing. It didn't. There's the rockets to look at. There's a little ride where you drop up and down.
I have a friend that lives in Huntsville, and she's an IT person, and she was working for a subcontractor that contracted with NASA there in Huntsville. So they must have some sort of footprint of something there.
So I'm assuming they have more than just the little
tourist trap.
Yeah, exactly.
Is it on the coast?
No, Huntsville.
No, that's in Huntsville in Alabama. It's basically on the border between Kentucky and
it's northern Alabama.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Okay. I'm sorry. What is it that's on the coast? Cape Canaveral or something?
That's in Florida.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cape Canaveral.
That's
And then Houston has
control. Right. Okay.
Yeah. Houston, we have a problem.
But we were told, like one of our friends when we went out there to go visit this place called the Unclaimed Baggage Center, which is near Huntsville. It's probably about 40 minutes out. Do you hear like a popping?
I don't know.
Every once in a while,
driving me crazy. Yep, it's you. It's Greg.
Hey, it's our show now.
The one time that Greg finally is not so damn loud.
We've got so much to talk about.
Yeah.
Okay, is it gone?
Yeah.
Okay, I think it's gone.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Why do you turn your fader all the way up?
I'm sorry.
This show.
Yeah, well. Continue.
So anyway, this unclaimed
Oh,
baggage.
there's a shot.
That's already like the third time. It's useless.
Unclaimed baggage center. It's a place where apparently all the bags that are unclaimed at airports go here, and they sell the stuff for a discounted rate. Well, they don't know real world prices of stuff because they had a bunch. I mean, they had tons.
So, like, they unpack the bag and then sell the stuff out of the bag?
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
It's like a Goodwill.
Yeah.
It's like a Goodwill.
Sure.
Bunch of clothes.
Yeah,
okay?
mostly clothes, I would assume.
Mostly clothes.
Man, I bet you find some weird stuff, though.
Yeah.
But there's an electronics section. You have a bunch of tablets, iPads, but they're so freaking expensive.
Really?
I mean, a laptop that is, 4 years old does not cost $500.
Wow.
Wow.
So apparently they think it does.
Here would be the interesting question, though. If you buy an iPad from them or an iDevice, the way Apple has their theft deterrent software turned on, how would that work?
Yeah, I'm
because
curious about that.
My account for this iPad, it got all screwed up. Apple, more or less, when I called the help center to have it re-enabled, Apple more or less thought I stole or wouldn't turn it back on because they said I could not prove that I owned this iPad.
I've had that same issue at work. I work with a lot of iPads, and if you don't have that iCloud account or the account that you logged in with, you're pretty much screwed.
Yeah. Unless you have your original receipt proving that you bought the device.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of ridiculous.
Assholes.
But
explicit.
Like you guys don't say it.
I never do.
Yeah. I don't.
So, one thing about the trip down to Panama City Beach, I'm used to driving out to, we drive out to Orlando a lot to go to Disney, and the last time when we went to Gulf Shores, I mean, that's a couple hours west, but you really go through some back roads of Alabama, and you feel like...
There's banjos playing.
Yeah, banjos playing because all you see are farmland, cows, chickens, ducks, you're goats. You're like, okay, am I going to see the scene from Texas Chainsaw Massacre here? Because it's a lot of back roads, and I think it was probably the last 2 hours of our trip were like on that. Where you're like a quarter of a tank, you're like, man, I probably need to get gas soon, And
There's no. This is not interstate. This is like 2-lane road.
It's like County Road 47, and Google likes to take you through the fun path,
for sure.
But really, there is. If you look, you have to go all the way to Mobile to actually go over a major highway.
Yeah.
And it adds like 2 hours to your trip.
Did you cut over like Hattiesburg, Mississippi, and cut through? No, you went over to Huntsville.
We were, because we went. It wasn't until because we passed through Birmingham too, and then it wasn't until we got further south in Alabama where we started hitting all these country roads. But it's a little interesting. Luckily it was all daylight when we walked through. Let me just say
you walked.
That way. Well, we walked through.
The whole way?
We walked through.
Damn.
It's a long trip.
And your steps on your step counter must have been high.
So, I really don't know how much you want me to, because it was a big trip, Why are you looking at each other?
I don't know. I mean, we
got the Panama City Beach.
6 minutes in.
We're just over here drinking beer. It's okay.
Yeah.
God, I keep forgetting to do this. I need to flip this to the. Why don't one of you tell me? Hey,
sorry, we need a producer.
need
Anybody's
a
interested,
producer.
send your resume.
if someone wants to produce this show, it would help.
We pay with 1 beer a week.
Well,
we
we
get
could
2.
Yeah, they could even get 2.
Yeah, that's
you
fine.
know. Right now, we could probably afford to get rid of 3. You'd have to drink a couple of crap beers though, but one quality beer.
Wow, that's actually a pretty good deal.
For an alcoholic, that's a great deal.
Yeah.
3 beers in an hour. Well, there's some setup time, I guess.
Yeah, you just got to push a couple buttons, but
push Greg's buttons.
Yeah. Let us know on Twitter.
Tweet us.
So, what else about my trip? We went down to Panama City Beach. The beach is beautiful.
Whoa.
I popped. Okay, it stopped. My arm swing and I hit the cord. Sorry. The beach is beautiful. Our condo was right. I went down with Molly, my fiance.
Oh.
You were about ready to
Yeah,
ask.
I was too. Thank you for clearing
with
that
her
up.
family. We were at a 4-bedroom condo, and our deck it overlooked the beach. I mean, we were right there. It was really nice. We went to the beach obviously about every day because Panama City Beach, they don't have much to do except the beach. You know, that's about it. There's we did some mini golf and all that, but we did hit Wayback Burger, which is not here. And
I remember seeing that picture, that post that you had.
Yeah, I was excited to go there because I had just found out that at a Ghostbusters promotion, they had like a burger with ghost pepper cheese or ghost pepper sauce.
Wow.
And then they had these fried macaroni and cheese bites that you dip in ghost pepper sauce too. And then they had
that had to be really hot.
it was freaking hot. I couldn't finish the whole thing. It was tearing at my stomach. It was good, but okay.
Like the nachos.
Yeah, we'll get to that story.
Okay. But yeah, and then they gave you a Stay Puft Slimer milkshake or whatever, which was really good. It was like a vanilla milkshake, like a marshmallow milkshake with like key lime sauce or whatever that would be the slime or whatever. And it was really good.
So they had other things too, like other themes, or
Why is it called Wayback Burger?
I really don't know. They had a lot
You
of...
didn't ask to interview them?
Yes, I actually asked, and they declined to interview.
No,
I'm like, I'm with a podcast here in St. Louis, but we don't have a location in St. Louis. We're not interested.
wow.
Wow, snobs.
Yeah.
Did you tell them who you were?
Yeah. I go, I'm Greg Bushel. Recognize.
So you went to Whataburger?
I did that.
Was that?
That was on the way back. That's in Alabama.
Yeah, I actually have been to Whataburger a couple times.
Oh,
have you been, Josh?
No, I have not.
So they're special. They've been around for what, like 100+ years or something. It's a crazy amount of time, right? Maybe it's.
I don't
not that
know.
long,
I thought
don't
it
know.
was. I
Greg
thought
just-
on the cup it said since 1960s.
He just
Oh,
had, he just had
okay.
a burger. He didn't.
Yeah.
He didn't
Well,
ask
he
any
had.
questions.
He had. Yeah, you're right. I remember their burgers just mustard, right? Just mustard on
Yeah,
their burger.
well, it's kind of like Sonic. You get mustard, you get ketchup, or you can get mayonnaise.
You can't do the three together. It's one or nothing.
Apparently not.
Huh.
That's a style you
Yeah.
asked for, and if you don't say anything, they give you mustard.
But yeah,
Ooh.
their burgers are. And it was mustard and pickle, right? I think
Mustard,
that's
pickle.
that's
Yeah,
what they're known for.
yeah. It was really good.
Yeah.
And the ketchup, they have a spicy ketchup
Yeah.
too there, and it's really awesome.
Yeah.
It's a good place.
Yeah.
I suggest it to anyone who wants to eat a burger.
I don't know if he's hungry or tired or bored.
Oh, I've just had
He's bored
beers
with us.
already. Stir up trouble.
So other things that happened, obviously I got a ton of beer.
You
That's-
did get a
You
ton
did
of
did
beer.
get a lot of deer.
I
Did
said
you say-
beer.
No, I.
Let's
You're
see.
always looking for somebody to slip up and make a mistake.
I am.
I
That's
said
what
beer.
I do. It's what I do.
Yeah, I kind of overdid it, but
You got a picture of all that?
I do somewhere.
If it's worth doing, it's worth overdoing.
Yeah. Here it is. Here's some beer. I even picked up some
Oh,
Yingling.
no. Oktoberfest
You
Yingling.
brought back some Yingling?
Like, I don't like Yingling, the
No,
regular,
it-
but
that's to say the
Oktoberfest, you know,
least.
I'm like, that's different.
Crab ass.
So, yeah, I picked up. There is this place called Wish You Were Beer in
Whoa.
Alabama, and
that's
yeah,
a lot of beer.
yeah, I picked up a lot. So I got a lot
Man.
of samplers, a lot of. I'm like, might as well try it, you know.
How much did you spend on all this beer?
You don't want to know.
No, I do want to know.
I don't know.
You've had
You
the High
liar.
Lie before.
You liar. How much?
Yeah,
did you
the
spend?
highlight is good.
That is a great beer.
How much money did you spend?
I really don't know. I'm embarrassed.
I
to
bet
say.
Molly knows.
I'm sure she does, and let's just say I buy drinkable souvenirs, all right? You know?
Yeah, but sometimes you don't get around to them.
For years.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then you're like, oh, I remember getting this. And then you're like, where the hell did I get this from? That's usually what happens. And on my way back, I wanted some Yazoo beer because I liked what Yazoo had, and they only sell in Tennessee.
Huh.
So I stopped at Tennessee, on the way home. And apparently they'll let you load up your cart full of beer, and then when you go to the checkout, they're like, oh, I'm sorry, you're in a different county where you can't buy beer until after noon here. But if you go over to this county, you could get it at 10. I'm like, 2 hours, really?
Wow.
2 hours?
Wow.
And it was
It was a
10
Sunday. It was a
Yeah,
Sunday.
blue laws.
But,
Yep.
yeah.
It used to be like that around here.
Yeah, it did.
Yep.
Where you couldn't even sell it on Sunday.
Right,
You
yeah,
remember
They'd
that?
chain out. But put a sign down the liquor aisle that says, hey, you're not going to be able... Then I wouldn't even
Yeah.
bothered.
Yeah.
So,
Jerks.
I mean, that's basically... I know I'm forgetting a lot, but that's a lot of what my trip was. A
You
lot
had
of
family
food.
pictures.
Family pictures, yeah. I did that on the
Turned
beach
out
at sunset. Turned
very
out really
nice.
well. She suggested a really good place called Runaway Grill. So if you're in Panama City Beach, check out Runaway Grill. It's very good.
Are they sponsoring this section
seafood?
or something?
Yeah, they were ones way back burger. Screw them. Runaway Grill. They're like, here's some money. Put
So,
give an advertisement.
Do we have a split of this money?
No, you're drinking some of the beer.
Oh, okay. I'll trade. That's fine. That's fine.
So,
So is that all? Is that your 18-minute monologue over?
my 18
Sounds like a great time, Greg. So moving on. Josh, what did we do while Greg was away?
Well, we attended Brewfest.
We did, and it was a really good time.
sounds great. What else do we have?
Darren really lucked out because it poured its ass off that Friday night. It was
It was like
awful.
Thursday and Friday.
Yeah,
right?
it was awful. I think somebody said we had like 6 inches of rain
Yeah.
over that period. It
Yep.
was horrible. So they moved it. I don't know if we told you.
Yeah, to the parking lot instead of the...
No, they moved it to the ball fields where the sidewalks were, so people were walking on the sidewalks rather than in mud and grass and stuff.
Okay.
It turned out really good. He had a ton of breweries there, stuff I had never had before.
Yeah, and I think it was a little more.
It was a little bit tighter.
condensed and
Yeah.
tighter, but that was kind of cool about it because it felt like everybody was right there and there
It was
wasn't
shoulder to shoulder. That's
yeah,
for damn sure.
Yeah, it was neat. It was a neat atmosphere.
So we talked about this leading up to it, that the number of Illinois breweries that he was bringing in was higher. Number of breweries total was higher, but he had a lot of breweries from Illinois.
Yeah,
I was very impressed with Peel Brewery.
yeah,
And the story behind that, I don't know if you talked to them much, said they started out as a pizza shop
Oh, yeah.
to begin with, and then went into beer after the fact.
yeah.
They had really good beer. And then
They were the ones that we were talking to early on, and they were inviting us to come out for that Oktoberfest. And
yeah.
they had some good beer.
And then there was another one. Was it Stubborn German beer or brewery out of like Belleville or O'Fallon?
Yeah, there was one out of Alton.
Yeah. Well, that was Old Bakery Brewery.
Okay.
Yeah. They have good beer too. Anyway, great time. And they had the pavilion over there, the concession stand open. They were selling food
Oh, yeah.
out of the concession stand.
Oh, I heard something about nachos. What's that story
Well,
all
there were
about?
cheesy fries. What else did they have? Do you remember?
I mean, just everything basically that the
Typical
it's a-
concession stand.
yeah, it's a
Corn
baseball
dogs.
field.
Yeah.
So he goes up and
No, I didn't go up.
oh,
Annette went up,
okay. He gets this loaded nacho,
and they were awesome.
and I walk by it. And
Pulled
I'm like,
pork, nachos, jalapenos, good shit.
I just knew when you're at a beer fest, and you're walking around taking samples. I mean, it just does things to your stomach.
Well, we found that out after the first
Yes,
year.
you knew
Remember?
that 4 years ago.
Yes.
Craft beer gas?
Oh my
Oh.
God!
So he goes up and gets these nachos, and I look at him. I'm like, that's not going to end well. And I said, I think my exact words were, "That's going to be diarrhea later."
I don't know that you said diarrhea, but you
I
said
said
you're
that,
gonna
and
you're
my
gonna
wife
be in the
slapped
bathroom.
me.
Yeah, yeah. So things were fine. Things were fine for
We walked around,
30 minutes, 45 minutes.
socialized.
Saw a bunch of friends.
They only have Johnny's out there too.
No, they had the concession
Oh,
stand
okay.
bathrooms.
They were open until, or it went on until 4 p.m. It was 12 to 4.
Right.
Around 3, I'm looking
Yep.
at you. You're not looking so good.
Yep.
And I'm having a good time.
I'm still talking at this point.
Yeah.
You're still
And-
coherent.
Yeah, I'm still.
No, we
coherent.
weren't. We weren't anywhere.
No,
near
we
that.
weren't nowhere near as bad as year 1 and 2. No.
And he just finally says, "I gotta go." And he kind of rubbed his stomach.
Yeah, my belly was bothering me bad. I made a couple trips to the bathroom. Won't
A
indulge.
couple?
Yeah, I mean, like back to back trips. It was rough. And I'm like, we have to go. We gotta go now. There's no waiting.
I need home base.
Yeah, I need home territory here.
Yeah. The rest of the evening, he's sending me messages.
it was
that,
awful.
I should have listened to you.
Yeah, it was. I don't know if it was the jalapenos. I don't eat jalapenos often, but my God.
Well, the funny thing is after all was said and done, whenever he was eating them, and after all the remarks I made,
Your wife got them, didn't she?
Lori goes up there
Yeah.
and gets it. Oh, that looks good. She goes up there and gets it, and she was going around drinking just as much as I
Yeah,
was.
she was.
She has an iron stomach, though. She had no problems. at
Oh
all.
man, she's a bigger man than I am. I was hurt. I mean, Ring of Fire, whew, buddy. Those
Oh, man.
jalapenos.
Yeah, I stay away from it.
Golly.
So was there just like a like the concession stand was just a general concession,
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
they didn't have
Yeah.
any big restaurants up there?
No, it was the lady that runs it normally for the baseball games down
Oh,
there.
okay.
She was, somebody Darren works with.
Yeah, because sometimes, a few times hasn't Tanglefoot or
I
not
think
Tanglefoot?
the first year, Tetros.
Tetros.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think that was the first year.
oh, it was just the first year.
It turned out really, really good, though. The
Yep.
weather was perfect. It was probably
beautiful.
one of the nicest days we've had.
I'm sure you brought a bunch of growlers back with you too.
Yeah,
didn't you?
yeah.
Yeah, we drank them.
Yeah. But one thing I was going to point out to you guys, and this was after you had to leave, and this seems to happen to me every year. I don't know if it's because I've had, enough samplings that I'm feeling really good that I start talking a little bit more.
You end up in somebody else's car.
No.
Oh,
But I started talking to the guys from Bastard Brothers. I don't know if you
No,
tried
I don't-
anything
I don't
from
know
them.
that I did.
They're really local here. They're from High Ridge, and I don't think I had heard of them before. I remember
I thought
Darren
they were
mentioned
from
Darren
Eureka.
talked about them.
High Ridge.
Oh, okay.
You're
Yeah.
wrong, Greg. It's High Ridge.
Yeah, Darren was talking about them a little bit, but I didn't really. I think he may have actually said House Springs.
Same.
Yeah, same
difference. It's like
kind of
Kansas
area.
area.
But
Yeah.
at the time, I was like, really? I didn't know there was anything out that way.
Huh.
And really, really, really nice guy.
What was his name?
I think his name was Kyle.
You're such a ass.
Yeah, I knew you were going to do that. But he invited us to come out and take a look, and they're just kind of just starting out.
They have their license and everything.
They're not able to sell, but they can give
Okay.
away all they want.
Oh, they have a tap room.
Yeah, I guess so, because he says they got a room. You can come on in and.
So I wonder. There's one down in Farmington that there's a. I can't remember the name of the place.
Deloge
Was that it? Remember where they had their tap room and they were able to have guest taps, but they couldn't sell their own yet?
No, that wasn't.
Yeah,
them.
it's not Deloge
Yeah, I couldn't remember what that was.
Have you
but
been to Deloge
I have been to Deloge. But yeah, these guys were really nice, and they actually won Brewer's Choice for their lager, which was really good. And you don't really find lagers.
Yeah,
No,
not in
at-
crafts anyway.
It was really good, and so they won Brewer's Choice for that, and they were pretty excited. I mean, being obviously like a rookie brewer and everything.
That's awesome.
And I think it was kind of a family type thing. It was father and son, and it was neat. It was neat to see him kind of starting out that way, and they were really nice to talk to. And they, like I said, they invited us out there. Like, come on out. We can give you we'll give you a tour, and we'll
bring the equipment out.
yeah that'd be
Somehow.
cool. Yeah.
That'd
That
be
sounds
fun.
like another podcast.
Yeah, I
Great.
gotta get another mic then, huh? Is it like one guy, or is it, you said a family?
It looked like it was a family. He said it was him and his dad, and
Okay.
he looked like he was probably like I don't know, late 20s.
Not as
Something
old
like
as
that.
you two, then.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that sounds like a good time.
It was a good time.
Is that our portion of the show? You cutting us
Yeah.
off?
No, I wasn't. I had a question, but
What's your question?
I can't remember.
You were going to talk about football
Oh, Jesus.
with your southern trip.
Oh yeah. So
Now, he's been to the South once, so now he's going to
I
be
know.
all
I
about
know.
college football.
Yeah.
Alabama, roll tide, yeah!
Roll Tide, man. No. I'm just saying, I don't have
Why'd
it.
you say yeehaw?
I don't
That's
know.
more
Is it-
Texas, isn't it?
Oh, I don't know.
Anyway, that's a drink.
Oh, yeah. I think we're up to like five. yeah.
shot.
So most
Whoa, that would have been bad.
here in St. Louis, it's kind of a
Sad.
Sad.
it's sad.
It's awful.
I am sad still.
I watched that game Sunday rooting for the Seahawks to just beat the Rams' ass, but that didn't happen.
Man, I'm really sad about just not having that thing to do on Sundays.
I know, and it's hard to watch the NFL for
Yeah.
how they screwed us over.
Yeah, I can't do it.
And for when I was down, it's not like I'm an observer of some weird land or something.
You were in Alabama.
I just went to a couple bars and brew pubs and whatever, and they had the games on, and man, everyone is excited about Alabama. They're all excited about Florida, and when you're in Tennessee, they're excited about the. It's just such a.
Different atmosphere.
It's a different atmosphere,
Yeah.
I never really watch college football because, we have Mizzou out here, and I don't know about this year they're not that great,
They've been a great team, but we're kind of far removed from. Well,
2 hours.
Yeah, it's not too far, but I don't know that we've ever really had that close connection that they have down in the
Right.
southern states.
Unless you're an alumni.
Sure.
Yeah, but it just seems like some fun teams to follow.
So where's your Alabama flag now then?
Yeah, I know. Roll Tide.
Roll Tide.
But you were saying you were going to choose one of the 4 teams to start following. It was going to be your Saturday thing.
Well, yeah, I say a lot of things. But
I can see. Could you just imagine, Greg? Come on over, watch Bama.
Roll Tide!
Bama game's on at 3.
now, which do I look better in, orange or red? Because we have the Vols, which are orange.
Oh, my
the Gators
God.
are orange. And,
Come on over and watch Bama.
yeah.
Oh my god.
Hey, you know what? Whatever. It's fun.
Yeah, we like making fun of you.
Hey, Mike actually has said that he can send us some Hatch chilies for
Ooh.
a podcast snack.
I tell you what, those
Let's do
Hatch
it.
chilies are golden, man.
Yeah. Yeah, we're down for that. Yeah, send them over. Talk to Josh. He'll,
Roasted, yeah, he's got my address.
yeah.
Roasted Hatch chilies, good stuff, man. You put those in some chili, they're hot, they're good.
Sounds tasty.
So we gonna talk TV? We're halfway.
Well,
through
you
the
know
show.
what? Let's talk about beer because I brought home a lot of beer.
Yeah, you
What are you
did.
doing over there?
Nothing.
Okay. I brought home some beer. This is one of the.
We've already talked about the beer you brought home.
Okay, I brought home Black is the New Wit. It's a joint effort from Terrapin and New Belgium.
Terrapin's always had really good beer. I remember having their Terrapin Rye years and years ago before craft was really big.
Yeah,
It was good, man. Didn't somebody just buy Terrapin?
For
one
some
of the big
reason,
boys-
I believe it may have been AB actually,
I think it was.
but I don't know for sure. But they're from Athens,
I'm
Georgia.
gonna hit up the Google.
This is a wood-aged Imperial Black Rye Wit
Miller
spiced
Coors.
ale.
Miller bought Terrapin. Interesting.
Sorry, Greg.
That is a long.
What,
Did you hear that?
We weren't listening.
Wood-aged Imperial Black Rye Wit spiced ale.
Huh?
This is a 7.4%.
Ooh, we better call a cab to get out of here.
You want me to read this? It says, showing their true colors of creativity, New Belgium and Terrapin have teamed up to bring you this extraordinary style of beer. Black is the New Wit, gets its absence of color from intensely roasted wheat and dehusked roasted barley. Components of rye and both malted and unmalted wheat complete the mouthfeel, while coriander, orange peel, and sassafras wood aging gives the beer the distinct flavor. Cheers.
Huh. This ought to be interesting.
Yeah.
So obviously it's a play off Orange is the New Black.
Oh, I was thinking something else, but
Oh, what were you thinking?
I don't know. Some other phrase that comes to mind. You'd probably yell at me. So can we talk TV while you're pouring this? We have
Go for it. Let's see. What was up first?
Big Bang, Monday night. Did you guys watch Big Bang season premiere?
No.
You didn't? Ah, Josh.
I watched it.
What'd you think?
I enjoyed it. I mean, Big Bang's always pretty
We laughed quite a bit.
pretty good.
The whole white trash conversation between Katie Seagal.
That was my favorite.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was
definitely.
Well, what kind of trash are we?
Because we've never seen Penny's parents.
Right. Well, no,
Have
we've
we seen the dad?
Yeah, the dad was in like season 1 or 2.
So that was fun to watch them because
We've never seen the brother. Or
the
mom.
brother went to jail because he sold meth.
And it's the guy from 30 Rock, the
Yeah.
goofy.
And he was the guy on Wreck-It Ralph.
That's what he was from. Jackson kept saying the Lego movie, and I didn't think that was right.
I can't.
It was Felix. Fix It
Yeah,
Felix.
Fix It Felix. There
Yeah.
you go.
But yeah, he played. That's not. You would not have pictured him
Oh,
as
no.
the meth making addict
he's
that went
such
to
a-
jail. He's such a goofball.
Yeah, and So I don't know. I enjoyed it,
Yeah, it was good.
and I liked. Who knows if she'll be back much more. Katie Seagal does a lot of different cameos.
Man, I'm telling you, Sons of Anarchy when she stabbed.
Hey, shush.
I thought you watched it.
I did, but what do you want to spoil it for everyone? All our fans may just
I'm
leave.
sure our fans have.
Yeah.
That
Oh.
ended years ago, didn't it?
Yeah, but he just watched it recently on
Oh.
Netflix. But she shoved that.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
meat
that was
fork in
pretty
what's her ass's
crazy.
head, man.
What do you think about the beer?
It's good,
Yeah.
very good.
That sounds like one of my reviews.
Yeah, you're right.
You gotta add
The mouth
something to it.
feel is very silky. The aroma.
No, it's not.
I'm not getting any aroma off this though.
Really?
Not getting much of anything.
I get a wood aged. I get a wood oaky smell.
I mean, the taste is wonderful.
Yeah, I get a.
I don't get wit at all. Obviously,
No, I don't either.
I think that's just a play on play on words there. But it says wit. It's just black rye wit spiced ale. So
I can kind of pull out that sweet kind of sassafras.
I couldn't tell you
Taste.
what sassafras tasted like.
Well, I remember as a kid we'd had that sassafras wood. I don't even remember why it came about, but it has such a strong odor. It's like a really
sweet, right?
sweet smell.
make tea
They
out
make
of
tea out of it, yeah. But I can kind of pick up that flavor.
yeah.
It's good. I smell the barrel aged.
I do
smell.
too. Yeah,
I
do
don't. I don't get that. Maybe my sniffer's off. I don't know.
Oh, it's bigger than both of ours. I figured you would have got it.
Allergy season.
Yeah, it is. You're right. You're right. So, anybody watch the Emmys Monday night or Sunday night, whenever it was on?
I watched a
Nope.
couple clips. And
Did
that's
you
about
see the interview with? Oh hell, no, I can't think of her name. Female comedian on the red carpet. The popular female
it.
comedian.
It's funny
right now.
when you're quiet. You could almost hear the crickets.
I can hear the crickets. You know who I'm talking about?
Fey?
No, not Tina Fey. The one that's been doing the Bud Light commercials with what's his name?
Oh, Amy Schumer.
Amy Schumer. Did you see the red carpet interview
I
with
did not.
Amy Schumer? Yeah, she dropped a rather too much information comment during the red carpet and had the interviewer like all flustered and embarrassed.
What did she say?
Well, it's pretty disgusting. Well, I won't say disgusting, but it's pretty.
Amy Schumer talks tampons.
Yeah.
Oh.
The interviewer says, "Well, who are you wearing tonight?" And she names the person who made her dress.
or
And
whatever.
she goes, "And a big OB tampon." It's like,
Oh,
Yeah.
Well, it could be.
She's always been that just kind of just shock
and
factor thing.
I don't appreciate that. I don't like that type of humor.
She comes from those female comedians that aren't funny.
I don't really think Tina Fey is that funny either. I don't
Well,
know. Maybe
okay.
I'm-
Here's the thing. I've heard this by several other people. They say that there's a lot of female comedians now that just talk about their
parts.
Yeah.
parts,
dirty stuff.
and for shock value.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm a guy. Maybe that's why I don't find it hilarious. I don't get it. But I know Molly doesn't think Amy Schumer is hilarious.
No, I don't either.
I tell you what, that Ellen clip that you sent me of her and Britney Spears going through the mall a couple weeks ago,
Oh yeah,
that was hilarious.
Yeah.
Ellen is so funny.
Yeah.
But did you see that, Josh?
I didn't have the sound up.
That was hilarious.
So you just watched Britney walking around? Huh?
No, it was
good enough
I don't
for
remember
you.
why I didn't have the sound up. Yeah.
I watched it twice.
With the sound off.
It was great.
It was pretty funny though.
Yeah.
So, did you guys know MacGyver's coming back?
I've seen the commercials.
Did you know
I
that
have not seen the
Henry
commercials.
Right
Winkler,
between all the Charter
Yeah.
Spectrum commercials.
Did you know Henry Winkler is the executive producer?
He was on the original.
Was he really?
Really?
How did you not know that?
I didn't know
Who
that.
knows that kind of stuff?
Greg knows that kind
I
of
know
stupid
that kind
stuff.
of stuff.
Because that's why you take Greg to trivia night.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, Henry Winkler was an executive producer on the original also.
I did not know that. Well, anyway, the lead guy on, I guess, MacGyver, the guy that plays MacGyver, looks like a 21-year-old kid.
Yeah. He doesn't have the mullet like...
No, he doesn't.
The picture I saw, though, he has pretty stupid hairdo.
Well,
unless it,
yeah,
unless
he
it was
does
just disheveled. I don't
He
know.
has a dumb do. I mean...
I heard
yeah.
Sports Clips did it.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Hey, now, come on.
Hey, they're a sponsor.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, Sports Clips. Keep your sponsorship up.
But, yeah, like, I'm going to watch it, you know,
Oh, I
obviously.
will, too.
It's,
Really?
Yeah.
Because I'm interested in what
It's
it's going to be.
MacGyver.
Gosh. I just can't imagine devoting my time to that.
You don't
What
have
else
to
do you
devote-
do in the evening?
I'm busy.
The sex, we know.
This is... I do this on Wednesdays.
Lori is so lucky.
You have had a lot to drink tonight. But no, I was telling Greg before you got here, I was actually doing a little bit of research on this.
Wait, I missed the research segment of the show?
Yeah, well, because when you put all this information out here on TV, I have no idea what you're talking about. So I went out here and looked at Lethal Weapon and realized it was Damon Wayans is on
Yeah.
there,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and MacGyver.
He was
And-
Homie the Clown, remember
Yeah, he
that?
was. Yeah.
Yeah.
Homie, don't play that.
It's good stuff.
Did you watch TV then?
What?
Did you watch TV then?
Yeah, back then I did, yeah.
It was right after The Simpsons.
Was it?
Or before.
I thought it was
One of the two.
Yeah.
before.
I don't know. What
Sunday
It
night.
was Sunday night.
Sunday night at 8 o'clock, wasn't it?
Simpsons is still on.
Married with Children and Simpsons.
God, Mary.
Could you imagine seeing Living Color now?
Oh, my
Like-
God.
If you go back and watch that, because they have it on, I think it's like FX or something, and you watch those, it's like,
Well, so I was just going to say the same thing about Married with Children.
yeah.
That's...
It's not funny.
No, I think it's just so, like, got an emergency phone call here.
Oh, look out.
No, it's only 5:30.
Oh, do I have to turn on your mic?
Um,
Hey, let's see if we can listen
So-
in. Put it on speaker.
So, what were we,
No, that was my loyal listener wife. She thought we were done at 5.
done at 5? Yeah. Wow.
No, so anyway. What I was gonna say,
Hey, drink.
shut up. No, I don't have the anyway problem. You have the anyway problem.
You just said it 3 times.
No, I did not. So, Married with
You a little
Children,
flustered?
we watch TBS a lot because Big
Yeah.
Bang is on reruns and on TBS. So 9 times out of 10, we go to bed. The TV is on TBS when I turn the TV off. So in the morning, when Jackson wakes up and he's had breakfast and he's dressed and waiting to go to school, he'll turn the TV on, comes back on TBS.
Yeah.
Well, in the morning at 7 o'clock, apparently, Married with Children is on TBS.
Yeah.
So here's Jackson turning on the TV, and you have Ed Bundy sitting on the couch, grabbing
Hands in
his
his
junk,
pants.
talking to the daughter, saying stupid stuff and saying stupid. It's like, okay, changing the channel really quick.
Yeah.
Disney Channel, where are you?
See, I remember TBS early in the morning when I was a kid. They had the Bugs Bunny and the Tom and Jerry on.
See, I didn't have cable when I was a kid.
Oh well, this was.
I just feel like those 2 shows were extremely racy.
my
I mean, even you watch them now, I don't know
Yeah.
that there's anything as extreme on TV. I don't know. Though.
No, I agree. Yeah, it's pretty crazy, pretty out there for the time, anyway.
Well,
Yeah, for sure.
especially on network TV. you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah,
Yeah,
That's the thing.
and it was during prime time.
So while we're in our little TV segment,
Yeah.
I just wanted to mention I watched a show called This Is Us last night.
Because you're engaged now and you all about the feels.
All about the feels. If any of you are fans of Parenthood, this is definitely a show for you.
Hey, is anybody chatting on?
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, sorry, Mike. He says he'll give us the peppers, the chilies, but only if you eat them at the beginning of the episode.
Oh, jeez.
Because it'd be fun to see if you last
I
without going to the bathroom.
That would be fun.
Mike is so nice.
Yeah.
Okay, so all about
anyway,
the feels.
This Is Us, all about the feels, and really has kind of a twist to it when you watch it. You're like, oh my gosh, it's a really cool twist when you watch the thing. So I definitely recommend that. I also started watching Atlanta. It has Donald Glover. I don't know if either of you watched Community.
Yeah, I like Community.
Yeah, the
thought it was hilarious.
I forgot his name on that. It's it's
The
a black
black
dude.
dude.
Yeah, but
He was pretty funny.
yeah. So this show has some funny, has some real like kind of serious. He plays like a single parent, kind of still with his baby mama or whatever you want to call her, and he's got a cousin who is a rapper called Paperboy, and he wants to be the manager of Paperboy, but his cousin sells drugs and gets into trouble and gets him into trouble. And I don't know, I actually kind of enjoyed it. It started a little weird, but then you found out where it was going, and it's only half-hour episodes. They're kind of it's kind of like a dramedy, as the kids would say, or the TV networks or whatever. But yeah, pretty good show.
Survivor starts tonight.
Survivor also starts
90-minute episode tonight.
Yeah. And this guy over in the far
JE
has no interest.
No, but you know what I do have
Kinda like
is
beer.
a snack.
Oh,
and
oh,
we're
yeah.
45 minutes into this show.
Jeez. Well,
Holy crap, we
Greg's
have a
monologue
snack.
threw us off.
Cashews, almonds, macadamia nuts, lilac, pecans too. Pistachios. Liz up to know the tricks. Liz peanut politics. What's
Okay. What do you have? It went silent.
As he takes
So
a drink.
yeah, in true Greg fashion, I've kept this a secret.
Swedish
from
fish
the two of you.
Oreos?
No, I hope this is going to be tasty. So Greg and I were chatting earlier about not having a snack, and then I was joking that pumpkin spice is everywhere.
That was on the Google Allo, the new messaging app.
Oh
from
yeah,
Google
we didn't get
today.
into that. We can get into that if you'd like.
Oh, we only have 15
So
minutes.
I went and I walked through
Cream pies.
I found some. I really enjoy the oatmeal cream pies.
yeah.
from, Little Debbie, and I found caramel apple oatmeal cream pies.
Oh, caramel.
Wow.
We know Greg likes caramel apple.
I like the caramel apple. I've actually got some caramel apple
Beer.
Hostess cupcakes upstairs.
No, thanks, too.
So no. Well, I don't know. I don't know if you're gonna like it or not. It looks like a regular oatmeal cream pie.
I love the regular oatmeal cream
I do
pies.
too. I do
They're
too.
one of my favorite Little
Eat
Debbie.
a box of them.
Right after Swiss cake rolls, I think.
naturally and artificially flavored.
Somebody talk.
You know what? These are pretty damn good.
Yeah, they are.
I
They're
know.
good.
I know. I've been drinking a couple beers, and
It's got that apple
Mm-hmm.
filling that. Gosh, what is that? It's similar to something else.
they have it in one of their.
Is it?
Yeah.
I don't-
Okay.
I don't really taste much caramel apple. I mean, I taste apple, but not caramel.
You got to
Yeah.
eat. If you look, there's like an apple like goo, and there's like
Yeah.
some creamy goo.
Yeah.
One's the caramel and one's the apple.
It's almost split up pie shaped. It comes out caramel on two sides, I guess, and apple on two sides.
was pretty damn good.
That was good.
Yeah, good job.
Thank you.
So,
Definitely better than Swedish Fish Oreos.
Oh my God.
well, we had to try it. So if you're at where'd you find that?
I found these at Schnucks.
Schnucks,
So probably anywhere.
Yeah.
friendliest store in town.
It was. They had there was like so many different other things. There was a play on. I should have grabbed a couple things, but all the different apple spice this and caramel apple that.
No, those are
Little
you.
depth, but
You
little
picked
bit.
the right one. That's for damn sure. That's good.
Those
Well,
are-
hey, if
those
you'd
are
like
pretty
another,
awesome.
have at it. Help yourself.
Well, I haven't eaten dinner yet, so I'll finish that box off.
Speaking of food, though, going back to it while we're at it, I heard this story on the radio on the way down. There's this. It's like a chip challenge, and it's a chip
That's got Greg all over it.
that. Yeah, I know, and it
Potato?
reminded me of it whenever he was talking about his Ghostbusters ghost pepper. But this is it's called the Carolina Reaper, and it's a single chip. You can buy it for $5, $4.99. It's a single chip, and it's supposed to be made of the hottest chip, the hottest pepper available.
Oh, Carolina Reaper. Okay, that's the hottest pepper.
Hottest
I thought the
pepper.
ghost pepper was the hottest pepper.
It's supposed to be 200 times hotter than a jalapeno.
Wow.
And if you can eat this one chip, I mean, there's not only you get anything for it, but they're saying that it's, I guess, nearly impossible to eat this one chip.
Huh.
Nearly impossible.
My luck, I'd get it and it'd be all crunched. It'd be dust.
It's in a single little packet. It looks like almost
Yeah.
like a tea bag.
Oh,
Right.
we're looking at it right now. Well, there's one in like a coffin shape too.
Yeah.
Oh, it's locked up. There's
That's
probably an ad about to pop up.
So let's see. They say that you should definitely try it with extreme caution. Anyway,
yeah, Carolina
Oh, that was
Reaper's
interesting.
Madness, Deadly Heat, the one chip challenge.
yeah.
Wow. I got the caramel that time. Caramel's
that's-
in the middle.
That's crazy. So what is
guy.
the point? Do you?
Oh, look, there's Hillary.
Yeah, there was Hillary. So if you eat that chip, does
You-
I mean,
Shit fire for a week.
there's no like. That's about it. You're like, okay.
It's kind of a social media type thing,
Oh, okay.
like a challenge.
Man,
You wanna
I
do it.
I don't know that I'd even try it.
No,
I know.
I was going to ask you guys.
I eat too hot of chicken wings. I get the hiccups.
Hiccups, really?
Yeah, it's a natural response by your body to get the hiccups. From
Really?
Yeah. Sure. Yeah, it's a natural response. The what's that craft brewery on St. Charles Main Street? Trailhead. They've got an appetizer. It's like stuffed jalapenos. I get the hiccups every time I eat those damn things because they're so hot.
I haven't had the hiccups since I was like 10 years old.
I had them yesterday.
That's weird.
Yeah, I don't get the hiccups.
Do you guys want to talk about sports a little bit more?
We already
Because I had one funny story. I
Yeah,
wanted to
let's
share.
hear your. I want to hear a funny story.
Greg with an Alabama
So
jersey.
well, and yeah,
Roll Tide.
You had on here, and
you
we're
were giving me more beer.
We were just
Do
complaining
you
about
see
this.
who took a full glass there?
No, this is my second. You guys already had a second.
No, I didn't.
Oh, I'm sorry. Here you go.
Yeah,
No, it's all right.
I thought you had a second.
you really.
All right, I'm hogging the beer. A couple of weeks ago, I went to the Cardinals game, and I won these tickets. And I was pretty excited to go, and I realized I think I won them probably sometime in like May or June. And whenever I looked at the schedule, I was like, oh, there's a bobblehead night. And I saw the name on the bobblehead, and I thought it was like maybe just like an old time player or something. I didn't recognize the name. I just glanced at it. So we go to the game. We have really good seats, and everything. And we walk in and we get this this bobblehead, and didn't really pay a whole lot of attention to it, and just find our way to our seats. And I look at it, and it's Eddie Goodell. You guys familiar with that name?
No, I'm not.
Shortest player in Major League Baseball history.
Really?
That's why they had it.
I don't know if you ever heard this story,
Who
but
did he play for?
he played for the St. Louis Browns.
Okay. Oh, yeah, because it was like Negro League week or something, wasn't it?
This was like a really oddball like promotional thing that they tried to do to like. It was back in the. Let's see.
Oh my gosh, I'm looking at pictures of him.
Yeah, it was back in 1951.
3-7.
Wow.
He had one plate appearance, and he walked. It was 3-7. He walked on 4 straight pitches.
I got
Wow.
a picture up there now. I guess that's all I could find.
And as I was reading it, I was like, oh, I remember seeing this somewhere. I don't know. Maybe it was like some historic book or magazine or something that talked about things, in baseball from the past. But they brought this guy in, and it was just kind of like almost a joke type thing. It was more, I guess, around that time they were just trying to bring in more fans and things like that. But it wasn't. You wouldn't see anything like that now.
No.
it's almost like
How old was he?
He was. He died when he was 36.
so.
But he couldn't have been.
So he
It's-
probably had some medical condition.
But it's almost like a circus bringing in
Right.
a
Yeah.
a little person or whatever.
So
Did he really have 1/8 on the back of his jersey?
yeah, and the interesting thing about his jersey was that it was at the time it was Bill DeWitt, who is the Cardinals' president and chairman now. He was the bat boy of the St. Louis Browns back in the 1950s.
Wow.
And it was his jersey because he was like 8 years old or whatever,
Right.
Or maybe younger. I don't know. But it was his jersey that I don't know if he was number 8 or number 1, but they put the 1/8. They added to his jersey, but it was his jersey that this guy wore.
That's weird.
Wow.
And did they walk him intentionally? though?
No, it was.
I
4
mean,
straight pitches.
obviously the strike zone for someone that short.
Yeah, you can see in that picture there. I mean, you
There's
have to be the strike
Yeah.
zone's only like about less than a foot.
well, the catcher kneeling is taller than him.
Yeah.
you know?
Wow, that's crazy.
I mean,
Yeah,
I,
it was.
I kind of don't know what to think of this. Why would the Cardinals bring up such a weird past item? Because it's almost like, I mean, you can't make fun of little people.
No, and I don't think they were. I think it's just kind of recognizing the past and bringing that
bizarre.
back. But they had this bobblehead it's got a small body, obviously just like a regular size head, but and it's in that, I think it's in that batter's pose that you just had up there.
Here.
Yeah, it looks similar to that, and the bat's kind of going back, straight back off his shoulder like that.
Yeah,
That's weird.
He looks like a little kid. I
Well,
mean,
Yeah, he does.
The sad thing is you said that he had a medical condition or something, but I was reading on Wikipedia that it says that he actually, when he was 36, he was from Chicago, and he was walking home, and he was attacked in like an alley and
Yeah,
beaten.
Typical Chicago.
Yeah. And he went home, and he died in his sleep that night.
Wow.
Yeah, at age
I guess
36.
internal injuries, huh?
Yeah, but he was kind of like I don't know. He did some other things. He was the like a spokesman for different companies and things like that. So he had a career in acting and just different things. But I thought it was odd though, because like I said, I went expecting to get this bobblehead of some guy, maybe
Yeah.
like some Hall of Famer
That
or
you'd
something
heard
I'd
of?
or maybe that like wow, I mean it's a piece of history. Maybe it's the 1800s or something like that. And I get this, and I'm reading the back of it. I'm like, oh, I remembered hearing that story, but I was just kind of in shock that they made a bobblehead of him. So I thought it was kind of cool.
Yeah, and 45,000 of them.
Yeah, and the
that's
funny
weird.
thing, the weird thing was too, is a lot of people walking out. I didn't see them having the box in their hands.
Oh, so you could have found some extras under the seat.
Maybe, or they just chose not to pick them up. I don't know. That was strange. But we parked in that ballpark village, and we were on the side not facing the stadium, and they've really done that up really nice now. There's like a whole lower level there where it's like I don't know if you guys have been there, but there's like the fudgery.
Yeah.
Is there and everything. That's pretty cool. That's
Yeah.
a really nice place, that
If you-
ballpark village.
If you ever go out, a good place to go before the game is Flying Saucer. It's
Yeah,
within
Flying
walking.
Saucers.
It's like a block
But
or
it's-
2 blocks away from. It's where the Stan Musial statue
Yeah.
is. It's right down the road in front of it.
By the Westin.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's literally like 1-2 blocks down the street.
Yeah, that place is
That whole
awesome.
area around Busch Stadium is really nice, I think.
Might get shot, but yeah, it's nice.
Well, come on. I'm trying to be
Hey.
a good spokesman for our city here.
Speaking of getting shot or whatever, did you get a call from the FBI?
No, this is a whole other story that we don't have time. We've only
We don't
got
have
5 minutes.
time?
No, but we can talk about this next episode. A friend of mine received a call from the FBI. Some of their private data for their customer base was breached in a cybersecurity breach. And I have a good chunk of the story to share, and it is an absolutely frightening story.
Wow. So stay tuned for next week.
It's a teaser.
Yeah,
It is a teaser.
what I
Hopefully you made it this far to get that teaser. So, join us here every week
when you're not in Florida.
when I'm not in Florida, every Wednesday at 5 p.m. Central.
I'm sad that we're done.
You're sad? You want
You
to
were
go
really
on?
looking forward to this week,
I
weren't you?
was.
Yeah.
I was.
We can
This is
shoot a
good
beer
time.
30 or something.
Oh, okay. Man,
You know?
why not?
So anyway, there is another drink for me.
Anyway.
Find us on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, all the podcasting places. Go to beer30.tv to find all the information, and we will see you next time.
See ya.